Hey guys, just wanted to go over the Louis Vuitton Supreme monogram box logo hoodie. It's pretty rare. There are not a lot of videos on it. Um, you can see the diamond pattern, and the Supreme is totally close together. And if you can see, it's almost protruding out. Stitched into the logo. Also here the string is very thick actually, and it has the Louis Vuitton embedded inside the clasp. There's also the I don't know what they call this, but it also has the Louis Vuitton into the metal piece. Also, it's stitched. You can tell there's two stitchings, and this is silver chrome. So the a good way to tell is see the strings. I notice on a lot of Authentics they come all the way down. So this is the perfect size for the strings. And actually, I've noticed that in the center of the sweatshirt, there's always this logo. This should always be here as the one right in between this part. And this is the tag. Also, I should go over this. This also says Louis Vuitton, but it's not like this one where it's sort of embedded inside. This one is embedded inside. This one is more protruding out. You can tell. Actually, this is also how the Supreme looks on the inside. Oh, actually, this way. And if you notice, this is actually the only thing Supreme on this sweatshirt. It looks like it's been cut and sewn in. It's not. It's sort of sewn into the fabric. Also, the fabric is very light. I have some. It's a very light, but dense cotton. Also, the tag should always be on the piping. And actually, it's funny. I have another Louis Vuitton, and this is the back side of the tag, which it does differ from some others. Actually, I can go and get another piece just to compare it. Actually, this is my Louis Vuitton Forever shirt, and so it has a different tag. It's just definitely needs to be a little cleaned. The back, you notice it's a little bit different than this one, but I actually like this one better. I think it's just my preference. Still very professional. So you can see the also noticed on a lot of the unauthentics, they don't have as thick of a bottom. It doesn't come down as long. But here's the here's what it looks like. And it's sort of painted onto the shirt. It's what it feels like. Actually, if we find the tags are a big step in authenticating. So this tag is sewn into the seam right here. And this stitching actually that's a very good way to authenticate the sweatshirt. It's very hard to stitch something in like this. Also, it's a triple tag. Actually, there's more than 3, but there's actually I think there's 2 white tags and there's 2 black tags. And the smallest one is the S, and that sits on over the Made in Italy. Actually, I've seen some where the S actually covers over the Made. I'm not sure if that's an unauthentic way, but I've seen a couple shirts where the tag is not perfect. So I'm not sure. Also, you can see the real fabric. So this is the tag. I've also seen mine. The numbers are all look like they're together, but I've seen on some other ones where it's more spaced out, like the RM172 has more space between the J, and also the JIU in the should have. I've seen a lot of a bigger separation almost between that. Not like it looks just one code. It's separated into 3 portions. This is also important when you flip over the tag. It doesn't go backwards. But it's funny. I always notice in these hoodies that it says for Japan only. Even though I've never seen one that says for the US, but it does have for Louis Vuitton Japan, has the sizing. So this is it. So I'll do a flip. also just tell these seams are almost stitched perfectly. And also if you look at the inside, which I'll show a little bit more, but everything is quality. And I'll show by the seams. Usually in Authentics you would get a lot of threads, loose threads. This is just a perfect example of what some would say is the finest sweatshirt out there. That's up to you to decide. Nonetheless, a very hard sweatshirt to obtain. Also, lastly, there's here's a big here's just what some would say the first thing to do is to authenticate. It always has these diamond shaped things right by the Supreme. So it goes this, and then there's also this, and there's very little space between. I guess you could also say that there should be, the pattern should be the same for all, but it goes circle, diamond, circle, diamond, circle, all around the Supreme logo. And also just a close-up of the Louis Vuitton. This is very important. It's always a little bit of a space between there, and it has to be perfect.